What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm the Vigorous Shooter. Today I will show you guys how to color correct your log footage in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, first and foremost, we want to understand the difference between color correction and color grading. Cool. Color correction is basically getting your log footage to look exactly how the scene looked like the day you shot your footage. And you want to make sure the whites are white, the blacks are black, and you also want to make sure that your white balance is on point. You know, sometimes you might have some like weird haze and color cast in the shot, and you want to get rid of that. The importance of the white balance is to basically give you a clean slate for your canvas. So now when you start adding your colors on top of your footage, that will give you accurate color readouts. I see that a lot of people make mistakes of thinking color grading is color correcting, where color grading, on the other hand, is basically after you've done all that groundwork and make sure your canvas is good to go and ready to be colored upon, that's when you start to put your artistic feel into the shot. If you are shooting a scary scene, you will color grade the scene to look and feel scary by using the color science and whatnot and blase, blase, blase. So let's jump in DaVinci Resolve and color correct our shot, all right? So we're going to find a hero shot, basically a shot that shows everything in the footage. This shot right here, I'm cool with this hero shot. We want to understand what our color wheels are doing, right? Now we have the primary wheels and we have our log wheels. There's certain places and times to use the log wheel, but for this shot, I feel like it was really well exposed. So we won't have to touch the log wheels for now, but our primary wheels is where we'll stay today. So we want to understand the lift, which is for our dark parts of the shot, the gamma, which is for our midtones of the shot, and our gain is for our light parts of the shot. And then our offset right here is for the overall shot in total. So if I were to put this all the way down, everything goes down together, right? Let's reset that. And then what we want to do is we want to look at the picture and see what can possibly alter our colors in our shot. So we know there's some green around, so whenever there's trees around your subject, that means light is going through the green colors and it's being casted onto your subject. So always keep that in mind. You want to have that knowledge ahead of time so you could know how to color correct your shot. Now that you guys have gotten this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you guys can see more content like this. Okay, let's get back to our footage. So we'll always start with the darks first by bringing it down to a point right between 0 and 128. And this is your scopes here in your waveform. You want to make sure you keep close eye to this because this will guide you on how your photo looks and how much detail you're keeping into your shot. So if you were to take this all the way down, you're crushing a lot of details up in here that you're not going to get back unless you lift the shadows or you lift that black point. Vice versa for the light parts. You want to make sure you're bringing your lights to a certain point to where they're not clipping past the top, or else you'll be losing a lot of detail. So with this shot, we're going to start with our darks and get it to a place where we like and we feel comfortable. And then we would tend to get some contrast going with our lights. Or sometimes you might not want too much contrast this way. You can use the actual contrast portion of the color wheels to get your contrast going, something like this. Now, it looked like it was a pretty sunny day, so the shot looks a little cool. Now, it might have been about 60 degrees outside, but since I was there when I shot it, I knew that it was about 75 degrees. So what I would do is I would go to my white balance portion, either my temperature or my tint, and I would basically get this to a point where I feel comfortable that it looks pleasing to my eyes. Another thing you could do as well is grab the color picker and find a white point or a gray point, and that would kind of tell you where you are. So you could start maybe with this struck back there. And see, it kind of turned it warmer. And that's kind of like how I remembered it that day. It was a little bit warm. And then you could come in here and dial it in a little bit with your temperature. Yeah, I think I really like it here. Another thing we will do is, now that we got our white balance going, we could bring our saturation up a bit. If you were to give your client a shot that looks like that, they would be really pleased with you. You didn't do too much, you didn't go overboard, you didn't color grade it, you color corrected it, and it looks phenomenal. It's not rocket science. It's just, you know, making your mind work a little bit, referencing your shots and dialing in those colors and making sure they're accurate. So when you do end up going to color grading, you can have a proper foundation to keep your colors in check and in line. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from it. Hit that like button if you guys found value in it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys could see more content like this. That will help you upgrade your skills a bit more. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you on my next one. Deuces.